Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing really well today. My name is Pierrette Rouleau, and I am the owner and broker in charge of my company, Rouleau Real Estate Group. And today is Thursday, October 20th. I have been spending the last few days doing some research, updating my understanding of what analysts are saying about the housing market, taking a look at different statistics and thinking about them in different ways. And I really have been thinking about this idea that the market is slowing. And that's certainly one that I hear from my buyer clients as well as my seller clients. And I think about that in terms of how that's different, whether you're a buyer or a seller, and what you might think of when you say that the market is slowing or you have this concern that it is. So I thought about answering this idea that the market is slowing statistically and doing it through 5 different lenses. And so the first one I'm going to take a look at over the next 5 days is number 1, can we see that there are fewer buyers, i.e. fewer closings month over month, statistically over time? Are there fewer buyers in the market? So relatedly, number 2, can we look at year over year aggregate closings, single family, Asheville city limits only, right? And can we see that closings, the number of aggregate closings year over year have slowed down? So number 3, what is happening with the average price per house? And can we see statistically what that is doing over a 5-year, 3-year, 10-year period? So number 4, withdrawals. I think withdrawals would be an interesting way to kind of tease out, is the market slowing and what does that mean? What is the definition of that? And then the number 5 is inventory, right? Supply versus demand. And you're actually going to hear me kind of move back around to supply versus demand throughout this 5-day conversation. So I think I'll go ahead and talk about number 1. So do we have fewer closings or fewer buyer activity in single family Asheville households than say we did in August of 2019. One of my favorite analysts really would love to see us get back to August 2019 numbers. I can't really see that happening in our market because of supply issues. However, statistically, we do have fewer buyers than we had in August of 19 compared to August of 22. We have specifically 11 fewer buyers. That is actually 6.5%. But here is something that I want to point out as we think about, is the market slowing and can we track that? Because we have relatively the same number of buyers pre-pandemic that we had post-pandemic. Here's one reason that I would put a pause on saying that the market has slowed because of the number of closings. So first of all, we are selling 28.5% of our active listings. We usually sell about 16%. And second, we sold 80% of new listings in August of 2022. 80%. So they lag, right? But what we are noting is that new listings are being bought, and they're being bought at the current average price per house, and they're being bought in unprecedented time. And so far, my understanding is that the market has not slowed based on the number of closings. So I am Pierrette Rouleau. I am the owner of my company. Please check in tomorrow or perhaps Saturday for the second category of numbers of closed aggregate over time, single family, Asheville, city limits only. And let's see what that piece of information does to the concept of, is the market slowing?